Hello there, random smart person on the internet. I venture to guess that most of you watching this are Homo sapiens, and that most of you use heat to cook your food. Cooking is defined as the ability to process food by controlling the temperature at which it is heated, and includes a wide range of methods. We humans seem to be unique in that fact today. Most carnivores and omnivores eat raw meat. This is because most animals cannot control fire, so they cannot use heat to cook their food. Although, it would be interesting trying to watch a lion cook a gazelle. Until now, the earliest evidence of cooking dates back approximately 170,000 years ago. The question of when early humans began using fire to cook has been a subject of much scientific discussion for over a century. However, new evidence now marks the earliest signs of cooking by prehistoric humans to 780,000 years ago. Scientists found the remains of a huge carp around 6.5 feet long and seems to show the earliest signs of cooking. The evidence was recently published in Nature, Ecology, and Evolution. This study demonstrates the huge importance of fish in the life of prehistoric humans by their diet and economic stability. By studying the fish remains found, archaeologists were able to reconstruct the fish population of the ancient lake and show that the lake held fish species that became extinct over time. These species included giant barbs, which reach up to 6.5 feet in length. The large quantity of fish remains found at the site proves the frequent consumption by early humans, who developed special cooking techniques. These findings demonstrate not only the importance of freshwater habitats and the fish they contain for the subsistence of prehistoric man, but also illustrates prehistoric humans' ability to control fire in order to cook their food, and their understanding of the benefits of cooking fish before eating it. In the study, researchers focused on the pharyngeal teeth, the teeth used to grind up hard foods such as shells belonging to the fish of the carp family. These teeth were found in large quantities at different archaeological strata at the site. By studying the structure of the crystals that form in the teeth enamel, whose size increase when exposed to heat, the researchers were able to prove that the fish caught in the ancient Hula Lake adjacent to the site were exposed to temperatures suitable for cooking and not simply burned by a spontaneous fire. Until now, evidence for the use of fire for cooking has been limited to the sites that came into use much later, by some 600,000 years, and ones most associated with the emergence of our own species, Homo sapiens. The transition from eating raw food to eating cooked food had dramatic implications for human development and behavior. Eating cooked food reduces the body's energy required to break down and digest food, allowing other physical systems to develop. It also leads to changes in the structure of the human jaw and skull. And no, eating raw liver will not make you look like this. But $15,000 a month on steroids will. This change freed humans from the daily intensive work of searching for and digesting raw food, providing them free time in which to develop new social and behavioral systems. Some scientists view eating fish as a milestone in the giant leap of human cognitive evolution, providing a central catalyst for the development of a human brain. Scientists say that eating fish is what made us human. Even today, it is widely known that the contents of fish flesh, such as omega-3 fatty acids, zinc, iodine, and more, contribute greatly to the brain's development. The research team that uncovered this new evidence believed that the location of the freshwater areas, some of the areas that have been long since dried up and become arid deserts, determined the route of migration of early man from Africa to the Levant and beyond. Not only these habitats provided drinking water and attracted animals to the area, but catching fish in shallow water is a relatively simple and safe task with a high nutritional reward. Exploiting fish in freshwater habitats was the first step on prehistoric humans' route out of Africa. Early man began eating fish around 2 million years ago, but cooking fish represented a real revolution in the Acheulean diet and is an important foundation for understanding the relationship between man, the environment, climate, and migration when attempting to reconstruct the history of early humans. Fire at the site was revolutionary for its time and showed that the use of fire began hundreds of thousands of years before previously thought. This location was continuously used by different groups of hunter-gatherers, which lasted tens of thousands of years. These groups made use of the rich array of resources provided by the ancient Hula Valley and left behind a long settlement continuum with over 20 settlement strata. The excavations at the site have uncovered the material culture of these ancient hominins, including flint, basalt, limestone tools, as well as other food resources, which are characterized by a rich diversity of plant species from the lake and its shores, including fruits, nuts, and seeds, and by many species of land animals, both medium and large sized. In this study, scientists used geochemical methods to identify the changes in the size of the tooth enamel crystals as a result of exposure to different cooking temperatures. When they were burnt by fire, it is easily identified by the dramatic change in the size of the enamel crystals. But it is more difficult to identify the changes caused by cooking temperatures between 200 and 500 degrees Celsius, or between 392 and 932 degrees Fahrenheit if we're using freedom units. This study of isotopes is a real breakthrough as it allows scientists to reconstruct the hydrological conditions in the ancient lake throughout the seasons, and thus determine that the fish were not a seasonal economic resource, but were caught and eaten all year round. Thus, fish provided a constant source of nutrition that reduced the need for seasonal migration. So there you have it. You learned about the evidence of the genus Homo using fire to cook their food before Homo sapiens even walked the earth. Leave a comment down below if you can make fire without modern equipment. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. If you want to learn more about ancient humans and about a child who had a Neanderthal mother and a Denisovan father, check out this video right here. And as always, have fun with STEM.